Let's stroll over to see the famous theater of Leptis Magna. We had heard that it's spectacular.
It's always such a thrill to walk on old Roman streets in marvelous preservation and then enter a Roman theater that holds over 4,000 spectators and see it in such a remarkable state of preservation. Again, many of these columns were covered by the sand and were recovered for that reason, almost untouched. But there's this magnificent theater, one of the greatest in the Roman Empire, and look at that stage. That's a reconstruction of the stage. They started excavating only about 1911. You can see how the spectators were held back from the stage area and the dignitaries sat in front there. But that's just part of what they've been able to recover of the stage area. Unbelievable, isn't it? Beautifully decorated, too, with statues of various types. And you get some idea of what it must have looked like at the height of its power in this area, the height of its fame, this theater at Leptis Magna. Part of that statue is shown separately. Only part of the foot was recovered.
To give you an idea of the size of this amazing theater, you can see me walking near the center of the stage, and as I stroll from left to right along the columns, you can join me in admiring the artistic background for the stage leading from the statue you just saw to another almost twin statue at the opposite end of the platform.
You can again see how marvelously preserved some of the statuary was by having been found in the sand after the centuries. And there's another statue nearby that looks like a personal portrait of a man, perhaps one of the playwrights of that day. Other statues embedded in the walls can be found there too at the theater at Leptis Magna.
An unusual inscription then caught our eyes. Over an entrance to the theater was a proclamation honoring peace between Rome and Carthage. Everywhere else in the world, the Romans had obliterated any mention of their hated rivals, the Carthaginians, after the Roman victory in the Punic Wars. Only here remained the hands shaking in peace, and the Semitic language of the Carthaginians under the Latin inscriptions, to mark the end of a bitter series of wars to the death.